Malaybalay, officially City of Malaybalay, is a first income-class component city and the capital and administrative center of the province of Bukidnon, Philippines. The city, dubbed as the South Summer Capital of the Philippines, is bordered north by Impasugong, west by Lantapan, south by Valencia City and San Fernando, and east by Cabanglasan and Agusan del Sur. According to the 2015 census, the city is inhabited by 174,625 residents. It was formerly part of the province of Misamis Oriental as a municipal district in the late 19th century, when the special province of Agusan and its sub-province were created in 1907. Malaybalay was designated as the capital of Bukidnon. It was then formally established as a municipality on October 19, 1907 and was created into a city on February 11, 1998 by virtue of Republic Act 8490. Malaybalay City is the venue of the Kamulan Festival, held annually from mid-February to March 10. Etymology. Folk etymology has it that when Spanish explorers came to the central portion of the province in the late 18th century, they met children playing at the lower part of the Sawaga. The soldiers asked in Spanish what is the name of the place. The children, who did not understand Spanish, thought that they were asked what they were doing. So they replied, Tagbalabalay. The soldiers misheard and thought that the name of the place was Malaybalay. So in the Spanish record the name Malaybalay stuck approximately 1820 to 1840. History. The original inhabitants of Malaybalay come from the seashores of northern Mindanao but were driven toward the mountains because of pirates and the arrival of Spanish colonizers. Before the final conquest of the central part of Mindanao, Summerao, Linabo, Malagran City has been established by Spanish missionaries. In 1850, Calashungay was burned down by the Spaniards during the final battle with the Lumads, in which all male adults were killed and the women and children were taken as hostages. This battle is the last recorded resistance by the original inhabitants against the Spanish conquerors. A few years after the defeat, the survivors of the battle who fled to Sili slowly returned to the area and established a new settlement near the Sacub River under the protection of Datu Mampalong. Together with 30 other datus, Datu Mampalong accepted Spanish dominion and embraced Christianity on June 15, 1877, ending the long-standing war between them. On that day, the Spaniards made Malaybalay into a pueblo named Sur.According del Interior with a territory covering the area of what is now the province of Bukidnon. The name of the settlement was retained as Malaybalay from 1877 until the coming of the Americans, covering a span of 20 years. Capitanes, who were acknowledged tribal chieftains and were appointed by the Spaniard missionaries, governed Malaybalay. Some of these leaders were Mariano Melendez, Dorotheo Melendez, Joan Carbajal, Alejandro Bontao, Esteban Thailanduca, and Faustino Abello. In 1850, Malaybalay became a part of the province of Misamis Oriental as a municipal district. The Philippine Commission, then headed by Commissioner Dean C. Worcester, Secretary of Interior and a member of the Philippine Commission, proposed the separation of Bukidnon from Misamis Oriental Province. On August 20, 1907, the Philippine Commission Act No. 1693 was enacted creating the province of Agusan and the sub-province of Bukidnon. Malaybalay was then formally created as a municipality on October 19, 1907. when Bukidnon was declared as a regular province and become an independent political unit on March 10, 1917 by virtue of the creation of the Department of Mindanao and Sulu under Act 2711. Malaybalay was designated as its provincial capital. During the Second World War in 1942, the Japanese occupation troops entered Bukidnon. They occupied Malaybalay, establishing a camp in Kasisang. Guerrilla groups operating around Malaybalay made frequent raids on the Japanese camps from the time of the occupation until the arrival of the Americans. In 1945, American Liberation Forces, together with the Philippine Commonwealth Forces and Filipino guerrillas, liberated Malaybalay. On March 26, 1996, the Sangguniang Bayan of the municipality of Malaybalay passed Resolution No. 3699-96 petitioning to the House of Representatives for the conversion of Malaybalay into a city. Reginaldo Thailanduca, 2nd District Representative of Bukidnon at the time, filed House Bill No. 6275, proposing the creation of Malaybalay into a component city. On February 11, 1998, President Fidel Ramos signed the act that converted Malaybalay to a city, making it the first component city of Bukidnon. Geography. Malaybalay City, the capital city of Bukidnon, is in the central part of the province. It is bounded in the east by the municipality of Cabanglasan and the Pantaran Range, which separates Bukidnon from the provinces of Agusan del Sur and Davao del Norte, on the west by the municipality of Lantapan and Mount Kitanglad, on the north by the municipality of Impasugong, and on the south by Valencia City and the municipality of San Fernando. The whole eastern and southeastern border adjoining Agusan del Sur and Davao del Norte is elevated and densely forested mountains, which is one of the few remaining forest blocks of Mindanao. The nearest seaports and airports are in Cagayan de Oro City, which is 91 kilometers away. Climate. The climate classification of Malaybalay City falls under the 4th type or intermediate B type, which is characterized by the absence of a pronounced maximum period and dry season. The period from May to October is where heavy rains occur. Rain falls at a yearly average of 2,800 mm and occurs throughout the year, though it is more intense during the country's rainy season from June to October. On the other hand, November to April are the dry months. Compared with the rest of the country, the climate in Malaybalay is relatively cooler the whole year round and the area is not on the typhoon bill. Land area. The total land area of the city is 96,919 hectares, that is about 13% of the total area of Bukidnon. An estimated of 65% of this is classified as forestland, timberland, and the remaining 35% is alienable and disposable areas, lands which could be used for purposes such as for agriculture or for industry. The city plays a strategic role in the protection of the headwater source of the Pulangi and the Taglalone rivers because of its location the upper portion of both watershed areas. The Pulangi River then extends through the Cotabato provinces as the Rio Grande de Mindanao to Cotabato City, where it empties into Illana Bay. The Taglalone River, on the other hand, traverses northwestward toward Taglalone, Misamis Oriental, where it joins the Makahala Bay. These watershed areas provided potable water, irrigation, hydroelectric power, and recreation and tourism activities. Topography and soil type. The average elevation of the city is 622 meters above sea level. About 60% of the city's area has above 30% slope, characterized by steep hills, mountains, and cliff-like streamside. About 25% are level, gently sloping, and undulating. The rest are rolling and hilly. One of prominent geographical structure in the city is the Cabanglasan mountain range, located in the western frontier, on its border with Lantapan and Impasugong. Some barangays are in the foothills of this mountain range. Steep hills are found in the central portion of the city, where the Tagloan River headwater can be found. The central Mindanao Cordillera is on the eastern side of the city, in its boundaries with Agusan del Sur province. The Pulingi River cuts across the area between the hills in the central part and the central Cordillera in the eastern part, creating a portion of the upper Pulingi River Valley. The southern portion of the city is made up of level 2 undulating area, a river valley created by the Sawaga River and the Manupari River, which are both tributaries of the Pulingi River. About 66% of the city's soil is identified as undifferentiated mountain soil and the rest are clay. The predominant types of clay are Kidapawan, Alamodian and Atchison, which are generally good for agriculture. Demography. Malaybalay is originally the home of the Bukidnon, Lumads, or natives, but there has been an influx of settlers and immigrants from the Visayas and Luzon for the last 4 decades, contributing to the growth of the population. The original inhabitants, the Bukidnons, have retreated to the hinterlands as the migrants continued to occupy and dominate the population centers in the city. Malaybalay City is the second most populous political subdivision in the province, after Valencia City. The census of population conducted by the National Statistics Office in 2007 showed that the city now has 144,065 inhabitants. The historical growth of population of the city showed a variable pattern of growth. The first census of population was made in 1918, with Malaybalay having only 16,428 inhabitants. The 21 years from 1918 to 1939 was a low growth period, with the city's population growing at a 0.6% annually. This was then followed by a period of population decline until the post-World War II era, declining by 1.5% per year. The 12-year period from 1948 to 1960 is a period of high growth, when the city's population almost doubled from its 1948 level. This pace of growth continued until 1970, growing 6.7%. In 1970, Malaybalay has 65,918 inhabitants. A 5-year period of declining growth followed. The population dropped to 60,779. After the decline, Malaybalay's population has been increasing since then, growing by 3.4% from 1990 to 1995, 1.9% from 1995 to 2000. Government demographers estimated that the city's population would reach more than 150,000 by 2010. The city is predominantly rural, with only 16% of the population in urban areas, 40% in urbanizing barangays and 46% in rural areas. Population is evenly distributed in the urban and rural areas. The urban areas are generally found on the confines of the Sir Highway that traverses the city. The main urban population is found in the Poblacion Kasisang area. Secondary population centers includes barangays Aglayan, Bangkud and Kalashungay. Malaybalay has one of the lowest average population density in the province, second only to Impasugong with only 146 persons per square kilometer, although there are barangays, especially in the Poblacion area, with high population density. Cebuano and Binukid are prevailing mediums of communication in the city. More than half of the city's population are native speakers of this language. Other languages such as Maran are spoken by the Maranao people. Boholano and Ilonggo are also spoken by its native speakers living in this city. Religion: majority of the population are adherent of Christianity, which is about 77% of the population. Roman Catholicism is the largest Christian sect in the city. Malaybalay is the center of the Diocese of Malaybalay, which covers the province of Bukidnon, the municipality of Wao, Lanao del Sur, and Braji. Buda in Davao City. It covers an area of 8,294 square kilometers. San Isidro the Farmer Cathedral is the largest church in the city, which is located beside Plaza Rizal. Other Christian faiths are Baptists, Seventh-day Adventists, born-again Protestants, and others. The remainder 23% belong to non-Christian faiths, mainly Islam. The adherents of Islam are mainly Marana and Balik Islam. There are many mosques that can be found in the city. Malaybalay Head Mosque is the largest mosque in the city, which also serves as the Islamic center of Bukidnon. There are also sizable adherents of Buddhism and animism in the city. Economy. The city is mainly an agricultural area, and its products include rice, corn, sugarcane, vegetables, legumes, root crops and commercial crops such as rubber, coffee, banana and pineapple. During the past years, corn used to be the predominant crop in the city, but as the corn areas gave way to sugarcane, agri-farms, and residential areas, sugarcane and rice came out now as the predominant crops in terms of production volume. These products are usually sold in the local market, or in nearby municipalities of the province. There are also farmers producing larger volume of corn and rice who sell the products in Cagayan de Oro. Agri-based industries, primarily poultry and piggery, now flourish in the city. These farms are assisted by big corporations such as San Miguel, Pure Foods, Monterey and Swift. Other agri-based industries in the city include Asian hybrid Philippines, rubber techs, and monastery farms. Also notable are the 12 cattle ranches that produce an average of 470 heads yearly. Data from the license department of the city showed that majority and 95.87% of the establishments in the city belong to the service sector. Looking at the breakdown, sari stores make up majority of the establishments in this sector, followed by trade, wholesale, retails and other social and personal services. Industries sector and agriculture sector only make up 2.27% and 1.9% respectively of all establishments. There is no data available on the employment per sector from the NSO that is specific for Malaybalay City, thus the CPDO collected data from DTI, License Department, and City Agriculture Office to get the distribution of employment per industrial sector. The result showed that 70% of employment is in the farming, crop production sector, followed by government agencies and commercial, private establishments. Agri-industries and service sectors registered only about 1.63% and 5.99% respectively. The lowest is the manufacturing processing sector at only 0.36%. Given the city's scenic natural endowments, so far only 3 spring resorts, 5 plazas, nature parks have been developed. Other beautiful sites such as natural growth forest, industrial tree plantation sites, mountains, falls, rivers and caves are still to be developed for ecotourism. The net income for 2014 pegged at P178,073,912.11 million pesos. Events. Malaybalay City Chart today, taking place every March 22nd. The date is declared as a special working holiday through Republic Act 8813 as a commemoration of Malaybalay's anniversary as a chartered city. Events are lined up by the city to enable residents and visitors to come and experience the Charter Day activities. Malaybalay City Fiesta. Malaybalay City Fiesta takes place every May 15th in honor of the city's patron saint, Saint Isidro Labrador, the patron of agricultural workers, laborers and livestock. The fiesta is a two-day event starting May 14th, a day before the fiesta, wherein residents actively prepare for the festivities, up to fiesta day proper. Kamulan Festival. Kamulan Festival is an ethnic cultural festival held annually in Malaybalay City, Bukidnon in the Philippines from the second half of February to March 10th, the anniversary date of the foundation of Bukidnon as a province in 1917. It is held to celebrate the culture and tradition of the 7 ethnic, tribal groups, Bukidnon, Higanon, Talaundag, Manobo, Matagzalik, Tigwihanon and Umaamnon, that originally inhabit the province. It is the only ethnic festival in the Philippines. Places of interest. Malaybalay has several notable tourist destinations. Monastery of Transfiguration. The city's 25-year Monastery of Transfiguration on San Jose Hill is made of heavy lime blocks, designed by national artist for architecture Leandro Locsin. The first Filipino abbot Fr. Eduardo Africa and former Malaybalay Bishop Gaudencio Rosales inaugurated it on August 6, 1983. Today, 10 monks had its 7 hectares planted to rice, 25 hectares to corn, and the rest for planting the world-famous Monk's Blend premium coffee. Its 2-story Museum of Transfiguration Monastery houses Dom Martin's 50-piece vestment collection included in Philippines' 1998 centennial celebration. The Worship and Weave book on the vestments won the 2001 National Book Award. Nasuli Spring located in Braji, Bangkod. This spring has blue waters deep enough for diving and swimming. It also serves as picnic grounds for families bonding together or a place of refuge and recollection. Bukidnon Foresting. Industrial tree plantation. This 39,000-hectare reforestation project demonstrates the compatibility of nature with economic objectives. Funded with the assistance of the New Zealand government under the auspices of DENR, the project has been operational since 1990. The city of Malaybalay and the municipalities of Impasugong, Manolo Fortis and Malitbog are the areas covered by the plantation. Its 5-hectare nursery is capable of producing 5.2 million fast-growing seedlings every year. Kamulan Grounds located at Braji. 1. Kamulan Grounds serves as an activity area, refuge and recollection, picnic and other outdoor activities one can think of. An intimate environment where pine trees abound. The Kamulan Park bids one a breather from the busy hub of the city. The Folk Arts Theatre, where some provincial activities and events are held, is also found here. Carmelite in Monastery, a sanctuary for those who seek serenity and peace. The Carmelite Sisters Monastery is a place for retreat and prayer. The refreshing air, well-kept flower gardens and a beautiful view of some mountains makes the place ideal for quiet moments to ponder and take a breather from a busy life. It is at Paling, Barangay Kalasangay, some 5 kilometers from the city proper bound to the south. Mount Capistrano, famous as the evacuation area in World War II, this mountain is characterized by its unique rock formations and challenging caves. Nature trekkers and mountain climbers find a good spot at the top, albeit rough and sharp, to see a vista of Bukidnon's grandeur as it offers a free, panoramic view of the nearby mountains and the acres of rice and cornfields. Located at Barangay Manajik, it is 18 kilometers from the city of Malaybalay proper bound south. Roxas Monument. Roxas Monument is a historical park whose principal feature is the monument of the Philippines' first president of the independent republic, Manuel Roxas. History has it that President Roxas hid secretly in the old school, now known as Agusan Elementary School, after escaping from Japanese Imperial Army at the height of World War II on his way to Australia. The monument was erected in honor of Roxas' brief stay as well as to remember the World War II prisoners of war. The Roxas Monument is located at Sicnarf Malaybalay, a few minutes ride going south from the city proper. Dalawang Centennial Marker. This is the spot identified to be where the Northern and Southern Army of the U.S. Air Force linked in World War II. The Centennial Marker is erected at Barangay Dalawang, City of Malaybalay. Torni David is a popular edifice along the highway of Cabanglasan, Malaybalay City. This old three-story house was built in 1962 by David Valmorida. Only a few information about this place can be found in the internet and old article which was featured in Inquirer.net in 2007 reported that there are some strange and unexplained occurrences in this house. Erection de Pueblo. The monument of creation of the town is proudly standing at Plaza Rizal. It depicts the 1877 agreement between the Spanish colonizers and local leaders such as Datu Mampawalong. Stable Eco Resort. Stable Eco Resort is more popularly known as Quadra. It is located in Star Cruz, Sumpong, Malaybalay City, just a few meters away from Shepherd's Meadow Memorial Park. Quadra has a ranch-like setting, with a horses, stables, huts and cottages built on grassy grounds and a mountain view backdrop. The place is ideal for open-air dining and drinking as they serve food and drinks with reasonable prices. One may also opt to stay for a night or two as they have closed cottages for accommodation. Horseback riding may also be available. Two Trees. The Two Trees is a part of the provincial tree park of Bukidnon, which the northern entrance is at the Kamulan grounds and its southern entrance is at Evad, Kalinga, Barangay 9. The park is traversed by the Kalawag River, a tributary of Sawaga River, the major river of Malaybalay City, which starts at Barangay 1. Monastery of Carmelite Nuns. The monastery nuns provide an environment of natural attractions with its well-kept grounds as well as spiritual blessings of peace renewal. Jesuit Retreat House. Primarily a retreat center, its well-kept grounds being on the banks of a creek offer the intrepid a climbing experience amidst a mini rainforest ambience. Owned by the Jesuits, silence and nature harmony is an unforgettable experience. The Mount Kitanglad Agriculture and Ecological Center is a Gawad Saka 2006 first place winner for showcasing an ecological and agricultural all-organic, all-natural lifestyle. This is a site for bird watching, trekking, camping, fishing and eco-walk. Being situated at the foothill of Mr. Kitanglad, a rare flight of the Bukidnon eagle could be in your sights as you walk along Mr. Eco trails with a cool temperature to equal that of Trinidad Valley in Mount Province. The site of frequent conferences and seminars, the rustic ambience is one to snare the ecology-oriented tourist at heart. La Pande Farm. The sweetest pineapples exported fresher from this Filipino agri-corporation. Its plantations are located in different sites and the headquarters are found not more than a 10-minute drive from the city's commercial section. This is owned by the Lorenzo family, a name long associated with the pineapples and agriculture. Nomiakan Stock Farm. This area is the site of farm showcases where animals of good stocks and high-value vegetables are seeded and tested for research by government technicians. Nature park and swimming pool. This natural attraction features scenic environs, the site of a varied flora and fauna, providing varied environmental activities of which bird watching is one. A swimming pool and another for children welcome the daring to try clean, coolest water. Located at Barangay Canayan Hernandez Ranch, owned privately by the Hernandez family. The site was developed with horseback riding trails, swimming pools and fishing grounds. Park.The. Here's a new place ideal for prayer and reflection in Bukidnon, Mindanao, Philippines. Park.The. Located at Barangay Cabanglasan, Malaybalay City, boasts of a lovely manicured lawn, a gorgeous view of the Bukidnon mountain ranges and Malaybalay's signature cool breeze. It's a nice place to commune with the Lord, an alternative to the Monastery of Transfiguration, which is also located in Malaybalay. Admission to Park.The. is free and this park is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Tuesday to Sunday. Closed on Mondays. Matinao Spring Resort. Matinao Resort is located about 21 kilometers from Malaybalay City proper and 8 kilometers away from Valencia City. Compared to Nasuli, Matinao has more shallow areas, making it a safe place to swim for children.